everyone, welcome back to another episode of the game Conquerors. I'm Riley Monson, joined today by Dan Rajevich.
Hey, how's it going?
Ryan Davis.
Hey, what's up?
And we're very excited. We're going to jump right in to Rockstar's third-person shooter masterpiece, Max Payne 3. And just get it out of the way, as with all Rockstar content, this has a mature content warning. So don't watch it if you're younger than 17. Or if your mom's watching over your shoulder.
Yeah, wait till she's gone.
Alright, and we're actually going to go into arcade mode. We recorded this once before, but turns out there's a whole ton of cutscenes that aren't very interesting for us to talk over when we recorded last time. So we're going to go into arcade mode, which skips most of them, and we'll show how terribly not good at shooters I am.
So this game is mostly awesome because it's really violent and really cool.
Yeah, pretty
as
much.
you can see.
Dude, that guy was like dancing when you shot him. Did you notice that?
So, one cool thing I'll show off here, but you have full 360 degrees when you land on the ground that you can shoot around, and he totally like reacts the way he's supposed to. So you can just shoot everywhere.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty
That
sweet.
looks like me waking up.
Every morning you wake up and just take out a couple guys, then roll over, take out one more.
This is my morning routine, right?
I had to at my last job.
Dive out of a balcony, shoot a dude in the forehead.
This is before you even get your glass of orange juice.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is without
It
coffee.
might have been stupidity, drunkenness, or maybe both.
Get a max.
Before I knew it, I was back.
I really like his monologues. He has really, like, it's kind of overblown, but in a really good way. I love his monologues, they're great.
So this little scene right here reminds me of Burn Notice a lot. It's just like some extravagant hotel, looks like it could be at the top of Miami, and then like him just rescuing some hostage in some crazy way.
And then it takes one line of dialogue for you to realize, nope, this is not as nice as Burn Notice is.
Who the hell's Rodrigo?
I don't know, man.
So, yeah.
Somebody's gotta go find him.
Pretty intense. Pretty good looking game too.
Oh, yeah. I was reading something on IGN the other day, and it was like the top 7 best looking games for your
I
PC.
imagine the
And this was
elevator
one.
doors opening to a fight.
Yeah, I
squad.
think this is definitely the best game we've looked at so far in
As far as
top
graphics goes.
100. Yeah,
And it's
Yeah.
even colorful, so you like it.
yeah, I like the colors.
Yeah. It's great.
I like the laminated floor too. You know, so it's easy to clean up the blood after the gunfight.
I love just the diving slow
Dude.
motion. Like, there's
His face just got ravaged. That was disgusting.
that guy's junk just got ravaged.
Max is now missing a kidney, but still going.
He's good. He's got two kidneys.
His ankle's gone now too, but he can still jump like that.
Dude, look at those shoes.
Oh!
I say so.
Oh, it was a couch. Okay, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I thought
Pick
that
up
was
that
like,
gun.
thought that was like a counter.
I want to point this out if you're moving when you go to pick it up. Oh! Look at that through the calf.
Dude,
That's gross.
his willy bled. Did you see that? That was gross.
You generally have to go to the doctor for that.
I don't think he's gonna make it to the doctor. There's no hope. This one's a goner.
Taking him out through the basement. Maybe I still had a shot.
No pun intended.
Yes, you had a shot in your
Rodrigo
back,
was
sir.
too
Alright, we're
rigid.
gonna skip through these cutscenes, because that was the main problem last time.
That's a meme right there. Has big shotgun, uses handgun.
Oh, fine. It's not a shotgun. It's some
It's like
weird
James Bond.
rifle thing.
He's got his little PP7. He's running through. He's shooting guys. He passes like a bunch of guys with like AKs. Keeps going with his
That's why Pierce Brosnan was like one of the best Bonds, because he would just run around with like his little PP7, and they're like shooting like
I'd actually have
cerebral balls and crap at him, and it like didn't even do anything. He's like, I'll kill you with my PP7.
He just takes like one shot.
In all
every guy.
seriousness, I would absolutely watch a James Bond Turok. That would be exactly what James Bond needs right now.
He's like shooting
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
Jason Bond versus dinosaurs. Be great.
Dinosaurs, the new zombies.
Having a hard time jumping through fog.
Yeah, there's just fog everywhere.
He's trying to jump and just can't make any of the jumps. Picking up
You have
burritos.
the dialogue scene with him and M, and even though they're 3 feet away, they can't see each other.
Yeah, they're looking like up in the sky instead of at each other.
She's like, 007, I'm a little hungry. Go grab me some Doritos. Chunky Love.
That's my screen name.
The KGB would be like just, slag everywhere.
Anyone feel free, friend me if you want to. I'm Chunky Love. There's my handle. That was tasty.
I would let
Oh, jeez.
I would let you guys friend me, but I can't remember what my
Fail.
Steam thing is right now. So
Oh.
if you can somehow figure it
I
out.
want to point out how the blood splatters actually look pretty correct for where you shoot it.
Are they bleeding after they're like down?
Yeah, it keeps kind of oozing out.
That's cool.
It's pretty gross, but I like it. So I was thinking about this on the way in because of the hilarity. I love the scene where you can see him in the back and it's just like boom. But Dan asked that question in our Wolfenstein one about what would be better with or without Nazis, and I thought it just led to Ryan's hilariousness. So I was thinking of other questions I could ask. I came prepared today
Excellent.
for this one.
Let's hear it.
So we're gonna skip.
Did you see that guy on the leaderboard with 999?
Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
It's gotta be
I
hacks.
genuinely don't. We're gonna skip to chapter 3. This one's pretty cool. So my question is gonna be: so Max Payne is he's kind of that loser character. He's a good guy, but just nothing ever goes his way, and he just keeps getting beaten down over and over and over. So I was gonna say, in any film or in any game, your favorite loser.
My favorite.
Your
Dude,
favorite.
Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber. Hands down. Hands down.
That is a great pick.
My favorite loser of all time.
So by loser, we just mean somebody that just nothing ever goes right for.
Something that, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what Max is, but I was gonna say you can
Or
extend that out.
Can we go favorite nerd? Or,
Yeah, you can
geek?
go nerd. You can go so any character from Freaks and Geeks would be valid here.
One of my favorite TV nerds is Marshall Flinkman from Alias.
Oh,
That guy,
he's good.
Yeah,
he's
hilarious.
good. I like him.
He's so funny.
Good choice, good choice.
Also, Dwight Schrute is a great loser. that I really
he's
like.
pretty good too.
That's true.
So I totally
Nice.
screwed this one up.
What about
so-
you, Riley? Who's your favorite loser?
Oh man, Alistair from Dragon Age was just the butt of every joke I made about that game. He was pretty bad. I don't know.
Kind of a wiener.
Yeah, he was just a tool.
Well, the name Alistair. Well, you don't expect that kid to go far in life when you're giving him that name.
I think Alistair's a pretty cool name. It's just the chance of meeting someone who is cool with that name. You know what I'm saying?
And I think a big part of it for me was, aside from his stupid dialogue, he had that haircut that's it was popular when I was in middle school, which is the super short hair done forward, and then
Spiked
he
up in
ran
front.
into a wall,
Yeah.
going straight up. And I was like, dude, you would have fit in at my middle school.
maybe he was at your middle school.
That would
This
have made
game is,
for the most exciting middle schools, or the most exciting day at class ever. Alright.
This is probably one of the most cinematic games I've ever seen.
Yeah,
If not
he
the
doesn't give
most.
you anything, and I just wanted to get right to the action. Sorry, that's what we're doing, so...
Playing this Call of Duty.
I love when he just jumps into objects and he's just oh, that's cool. I mean,
It's cool.
I guess he can take bullets and it'd be fine too. So.
Yeah,
Imagine
crap.
how much blunt force trauma is going on in his
Dead.
body right now. Just internal bleeding everywhere.
He's got 7 consecutive concussions.
yeah, his organs are just drowning inside of him.
That particular level, so I failed that one, but I just want to show off as much of the game as I can. So this should be familiar to anyone who played the earlier Max Paynes. This is a flashback to New York.
Oh,
So
cool.
he's going to be all like, and the game's does a really cool storytelling thing. It tells the two stories in parallel and then shows you where they meet up, like Memento or something.
I don't know why I did it. Guess I never liked seeing girls get hit.
He just shot that guy for hitting a girl.
Yeah, well, I mean, that guy, obviously there's a lot of cutscenes that are being skipped here that
Nice.
give a much better reason for why. But, yeah,
So-
that kid is like the son of the big mob boss here in New Jersey. And so all of a sudden,
That's what you get for hitting girls, dude.
You get your nose blown
and
off.
I'm really
Yeah.
not playing this carefully enough at all.
So this is much more linear than any like other Rockstar game.
Yes. There's cool collectibles and stuff that you can find. But
Pretty
other
much
than
a
that,
corridor shooter.
this is a corridor shooter all the way through.
And I'm fine with that.
Um,
I think there's too much emphasis in gaming, like from the community of like, oh, we want everything to be open world and multiple
Dude.
paths and multiple choices.
Open world, that's gonna be next gen's big deal.
Yeah, well,
I think-
the
I
thing is,
think-
like, I think that's awesome. Like, open world's great, but every game doesn't need to be open world. Like,
Yeah.
And I don't want every game to take me 50 hours to beat, because then I can only play like 10 games a year.
exactly.
You know?
I'm
if
exactly
you're
in the
lucky.
same boat. I mean, I love Oblivion. I love things like The Witcher or Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead. But
They take so long.
they take so long, and this game, for me, since we're talking about it, I'll give my little spiel on why I think this is a top 100 game. The gameplay is so tight that,
like a tiger.
yeah, it's really tight, it works really well, but at the same time, I think it would get old after 50 hours.
Yeah.
And so it's like, here's 10 hours, or in this case, I think it was about 13 my first time through. Here's 13 hours of gameplay that always stays fun the entire way through. And we're going to give you a really cinematic, cool noir story on top of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can play it through once and rave about it to all my friends and say, hey, this game's awesome, you need to play it. But if I only play it once, I'm fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know?
But I do think that, like, you know, so a lot of people are saying, like, what's the next gen experience? And, you know, people are saying, well, it's more than just, like, better graphics or whatever. And I do think that we're gonna see kind of every genre of game go
That
open
was
world
really cool.
with next gen. And I
Yeah.
think, you know, like, I mean, whether you think that's an improvement or not, I mean, personally, I think it's fine, you know, like, because you can just play the main, you know, do some kind of Mass Effect thing where you just hit up the main quest if you want it, and
Yeah.
whatever. But I think the big deal about next gen is they're gonna have enough processing power to make every kind of game like open world, you know.
Yeah.
So like something like this, the open world or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Not saying every game will be, but like there's going to be the power there, so there'll be a lot more of them.
I think so.
Like a lot more sandbox kind of deal.
At the same time, like, my favorite games I've played recently, my favorite games this year, being BioShock Infinite and The Last of Us, are totally linear games because of what that enables you to do with the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and Skyrim, as much as I love it, Skyrim does not have a great story.
Oh yeah. The Last of Us was fantastic. I mean, I haven't played BioShock Infinite yet. I loved the first BioShock, but The Last of Us is definitely like one of the killer games this gen, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a couple of my favorite games from this whole gen have been Limbo and Portal. And both of those are like, there's really only one way to get through the game. And they're both really short. And I think that's one of the reasons I love them. Is because like, it's a quick experience. It doesn't overstay its welcome. And you get to the end, you're like, I want more of that. Like, I just want
Yeah.
more, I want more. And you're not getting to the end, and you're like, okay, when is this game going to be over?
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I felt with this game. I beat it in 2 sittings, I got to the end, and immediately it was, man, I gotta crank up the difficulty and play that again. Because it's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's good when a game leaves you wanting more. Not to say that a big open world game can't do that too, you know, but
It's just
No,
different.
I think like not. I think the point is like not everything has to be. You get 50 hours, you know. Like it's like you just want that polished experience, you know. And
you
if
know-
it's an 8-hour experience, fine. Like I beat God of War Ascension the other day, and I'm a huge God of War fan. so I got Ascension, and it took me about
nice.
7 hours
I'm
to
not going
beat
to skip
that
this one
game,
because it's funny.
like start to finish, and it was fantastic
Yeah.
the whole way through.
Yeah, I feel the same way about, well, not recently, but a lot of the Call of Duty campaigns. I remember when I got the first Modern Warfare, and because I had a lot of time and I didn't have a lot of money, I beat the campaign and wished it was twice as long. But now I play the campaigns, and yeah, you don't buy the games for the campaign. Holy crap!
We all know what you're saying.
Yeah, you don't buy them for the campaign, you buy them for the multiplayer, but still, it's like, here's a 6-hour campaign, it is pure adrenaline and stupidity the whole way through, and it was great.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes that's all you want.
And that's all you want.
You just want a good action movie.
Yeah.
Like,
That's all Uncharted is.
yeah.
And Uncharted's some of the most critically lauded
But I got
games
that
of this
thinking.
generation.
It was what he was
Right.
waiting for.
So,
It's like I went to see Pacific Rim a few weeks ago.
I want to see that.
And like
movie
I
so
loved
bad.
it. It was awesome, but it was so stupid, Like
Yeah.
there was no story to it at all, but it was everything you want from just a stupid monsters versus robots movie.
Oh,
And
you
I'm fine
suck.
with
I didn't
games,
realize
too.
I could even shoot these guys.
They realized they could shoot you. Yeah.
How did you shoot that other guy first?
I don't know.
That was bizarre.
That was
the
crazy.
bullet.
I'm going to retry that because I didn't realize I could shoot those jerks.
Curve the bullet, man.
I'm showing what a pro at this game I am. I didn't know I could do that. Alright. I guess I won't really retry. We're gonna end with some bullet time here.
Let's see if we can get you through this hallway here, and
Alright,
then we'll.
sounds
Can
good.
you crawl, or do you
Wrap
have
it
to?
up.
Like,
Yeah, you can. You can crawl, but the game is so fast-paced that you kind of just move as fast as possible. We're gonna skip you.
Hard seeing Brewer go out like that. But I got that
Let's see if we
thinking.
can get.
It was what
Let's
he
see if we
was
can get
waiting
through this
for.
one here.
A chance to make a difference. At least that's what helps me sleep at
I'm gonna
night.
try and get those guys.
I'm just gonna run and see if I can make it.
Bullet time.
There we go. There's a pretty cool shootout up here that we can end up.
What's left of your life.
So what's just like really briefly, what's Max Payne's
If I thought
backstory?
I was through, I may have said that and let
He
myself-
Family
is.
got murdered by
Yeah,
the gang.
So
He
is he
goes
like
on
a
a
cop or
rampage.
something?
he's a New York detective.
Okay.
Family gets murdered, leads him into this whole nasty conspiracy. By the time we get to this game, he's pretty much lost everything. He has been drunk for like 10 years, and he gets an offer to go do a bodyguard detail for a woman in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And that's where the first game starts out. A bunch of people jump in and kidnap her, and it sets this whole thing off in motion. And so then you play through these flashbacks in New York that show how he got to Brazil.
Cool.
And it's your classic noir story, so everybody's lying, everybody's backstabbing, and we're gonna end with me dying, because that seems fitting.
This episode is dead.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. As closing thoughts, I'd highly recommend the game to anyone who likes a great shooter. It's in my top 3 shooters of this generation, and possibly my top 5 of all time. I really like it a lot. And the only things that should turn you off are if you really don't like gore or violence, or you don't like a lot of cutscenes, because there are a lot of cutscenes over the course of the game. That's it. Hope you come back and enjoy our next episode.